Hey guys, how's it going? This is your boy at Snorlocke, and I'm basically here with my first ever battle video. I'm very excited to see the feedback and how you guys respond to this, how I can change it to make it better for you guys. So just hit me up, have some rate me, rate my sexy voice. Nah, but I'm just kidding. Just tell me how the video goes, what you guys liked about it, what you didn't, so I can make this better for you, a better better, just overall better quality for you guys. So starting off, we see that right away he has some very powerful threats. He has a Mega Ampharos, which I have not seen. I heard that it's very frail but very powerful. He has a Mammal Swine. He has a Trevenant, which I use because Trevenant is a fucking beast. He has an Arcanine. He has a Jellicent. I used to use a Jellicent, but then I found something better. And then he has that little gear thing, which I don't know what they call because I didn't play the 5th gen, and I really regret it. So on my side, you see that I have a bulky team. I have a pretty bulky team. I have Mega Titar, I have Chansey, I have Aegislash, I have Slowbro, and I have Trevenant, which are all bulky Pokemon. And I have a very powerful Scrafty, which I hatched myself, and I'm very happy about it. So let's get this thing started. So we see Iver over here, rocking that first time in Hero figure, looking real fresh, but he's looking like he's about to lose. So he brings out CR2000. I've never seen this thing. I don't know what he can do, but I know he can use a Volt Switch. And he sees that about Slowbro, and I know he's gonna Volt Switch, and I stay in because I know that Slowbro can eat that up very, very well. He's Life Orb too, and look at the damage he does. It's nothing. So he ends up going out, and he goes into what I believe was gonna be his lead, the Mammal Swine. But I end up going for the Scald on this turn, and it ends up almost killing him. But most Mammal Swines are Focus Sashed, so he was going to be guaranteed Stealth Rocks either way. So I restore a little bit more HP with leftovers. He ends up going for the Stealth Rocks this turn. Then I go for another Scald, and that's going to be a dead-ass Mammal Swine. This is why Mammal Swines are extinct, because when Slowbros came into the equations, they were scalding them, and they just don't exist no more, because they can't handle the Slowbro. So Slowbro gets a little bit more regeneration from the leftovers. So he brings out Night. I really don't know why he brought out Night. I don't think he knew that my Slowbro carried Ice Beam, or else he would have never brought him out. Because he just wasted the sub right there. Well, a sub worth of health. I don't know if that makes sense. Because he's going to end up switching him out because of the Ice Beam. It was a critical hit. It was everything. That was going to be a dead-ass Trevenant if he went for something else. So I end up getting a little more leftovers that I took damage with the Volt Switch. So he withdraw his Knight, and I know exactly what he's going to go into. He's going to go into his Jellicent. I predicted that, and that's why I did not want to go for Water Move, because most Jellicents have Water Absorbing. I went for another Ice Beam, thinking I could maybe freeze it or something. So he has leftovers. I did not want to switch out Slowbro, even though I knew he was going to bring Jellicent. I don't know. It's a pride thing that my Pokemon never back down. So he restores a little bit, but I switched him out on this turn. So I guess it would have been smarter to switch out onto Titar the last turn, but I switched him out to this turn because I carried a Crunch on this, and Ghost types are very weak to Crunch. So I'm gonna get hit with Poison, and the Sandstorm is gonna be up. So he's gonna take a little more residual damage. He goes for the Taunt. Doesn't matter to me because I carried T-Wave on this, but I didn't go for the T-Wave here. I went for the Crunch. So this is gonna do hell of a damage next turn once I Mega Evolve. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve here, and he's gonna turn into a Unicorn. Look at this. Regular Tyranitar, boom! Unicorn Tyranitar. That motherfucker looks majestic. I wanna ride that over a rainbow today. So I go for the Crunch, and it's gonna do hella damage to the Jellicent. Like that Jellicent's like, he's bulky, but he ain't Crunch bulky. So he ends up going for the Skull. Maybe he could get a burn off, but he doesn't get no burn. So that's not good for him. That's great for me. So he gets a little bit more leftovers residual, or not residual. He gets a little more leftovers health, and he withdraws him. He goes into his Volcan, which is his Arcanine, because his Arcanine is has Intimidate, so my attacks are gonna go down. And his Arcanine also has you're gonna see in a little bit. It has the Rocky Helmet, so the Rocky Helmet is gonna do a decent amount of damage to me. And this is where I fuck up really, really, really bad, because I was trying to get Stealth Rocks on his side of the field just to even out the playing field, but I end up going for something super dumb right here. I go for the East. He went for the East Speed, and I go for the Thunder Wave. I do not know why I did this, because I could just kill him with with a crunch, but I really wanted stealth rock because I know this is the perfect time to set it up. So I went for the T-Wave, he goes for another E-Speed, and my Tyranitar takes a lot more damage than it was supposed to do initially. I go for the Stealth Rocks. Oh yeah, this is the 10 I was supposed to do last time. It doesn't get a lot of damage, but you know, it's some damage, it's all damage. So the Sandstorm went away on this turn. He goes for another E-Speed. And this is why I actually go for the Crunch again, to finally kill it off. So the Volcan is dead. But that Rocky Helmet damage is gonna bring me down to in the red zone. My T-Tar was from the yellow, went straight to the red, because I'm just dumb like that. So he brings out his Knight, and Trevenants are really slow, and that's why I hate it. So I knew I was gonna outspeed it with a Crunch, and another Ghost type, super weak to Dark type moves. So that's gonna be a dead ass Knight. You got Trevenant. Alright, so he brings out his CR2000 again, his lead for this game. And he goes for the gear grind. I go for the T-Wave because I know I'm gonna die either way. So the best thing to do, and I wouldn't be able to kill it with a Crunch or a Stone Edge, and I didn't want to, like, I would rather have him paralyzed, you know. So he goes for the gear grind, and I'm gonna die anyway. So I end up dying here with my T-Tar, and ends up fainting. So he gets a little bit more leftovers life orb damage, which is great for me. And I go into my Achilles. And I think he's predicting the Sacred Sword, which is why he goes into his Ghost type. But I predicted that he was going to switch into Jellicent. So I did the Swords Dance. So I predicted that very beautifully. I went to the Swords Dance. And right now, he gets a little bit more leftovers damage, or leftovers HP regeneration. But that's fine, because he's still in the zone where I could kill him with a Shadow Sneak. So I stance change for this, and then I go for the Shadow Sneak, and that Jellicent is gone. So that's a dead Jellicent. He's gonna switch into Eliza, which is his Mega Ampharos, which isn't Mega yet. It's a pink Ampharos, very cool pink one, very cool shiny. So then I switch out and I bring in my Sunny, my shiny, the Sunny tongue twister here. So I bring in Sunny. And then my special defensive wall, I could have. So he Mega Evolves Eliza into that L'Oreal type of motherfucker, that bedazzled ass tail. So he breaks the mode. He goes for the T-Bolt, and the T-Bolt ends up doing nothing to me. It's a critical hit, and it still ends up doing nothing. And he predicts me going for the Toxic on this turn, so he's gonna switch out on the CR2000, the Steel type. So I just wasted a chance to turn. If I would have went for the Seismitox here, I could have done a little more damage. So I go into my Fool and Liquor. And this is the one the Scrafty that I'm very proud of, that I hatched myself with egg moves and all of that good stuff. So he goes for the gear, the shift gear. And this is what I was afraid of him doing in the beginning of the match. Start getting pluses. Because then once he starts doing that, he can just wipe off my team. So that's why I went for the Scald, because I thought I could burn him. So I end up going for the Dragon Dance with my Food and Liquor, and he ends up going for the Gear Grind. And this brings me down to 7 HP, I believe. This is like really low. And I end up, you know, and I go for the Drain Punch, because I don't know if I can outspeed it. I don't know. I actually don't know what happened. But I go for the Drain Punch, and I end up getting a little bit of my life back. And then I think his last poke is Eliza. So, I mean, I think I could take care of Eliza very well. This is my Moxie Food and Liquor. Very amazing Pokemon. I love it so much. So he brings out Eliza. And then I end up going for the Drain Punch here. If I didn't go for the Drain Punch here, I would be fainted. This Scrafty would have been fainted. Because look at how much I lived this T-Bolt with. This is crazy how low my HP went here. I went down to 3 HP. I go for the Drain Punch again. That Eliza is gone. Done with. So that's how I defeated Iver. So just let me know what you guys like. You know, let me know how you guys are doing. Let me guys ask you a question for the ones that made you here. What is the 18th move of the match? If you guys answer that correctly, you'll be entered into winning a shiny Larvitar. I hatched that Larvitar myself. I am the OT. I can nickname it for you guys. It has 4 egg moves, very great. Just write in the comments down below the answer to that question, and you'll be entered. The winner will probably be chosen 6 days from now. So and I'll let you guys know.